Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today in this video, we will talk about Kotlin Scope function. In this video, we will cover what are scope functions, what are the different types of scope functions, and then we will talk about object references provided by these scope functions, and then we will talk about the return value of these functions, and finally we will talk about the use cases. Developers often get confused about when to use which scope function. So we will cover all of these topics in this video. So without any further ado, let's start with this video. So first, we will understand what are scope functions. Kotlin standard library contains several functions whose sole purpose is to execute a block of code. For example, let's say you have some function under which you can have different instructions to execute, right? Let's say this is some function and under which you can execute a block of code. Now, this looks very similar to any other function or method, right? But the difference here is you can call these functions on some object. So let's say you have some object over here on which you will be calling this method, and then you will be passing this lambda expression under which you will be having some instructions. So on top of this object you will be calling this function, and here inside this curly braces you will be defining a temporary scope. Inside this block you will have access to that object without its name. You can access this object either by using the keyword this or it. Okay, so it basically depends on the type of function you are using. So for different functions, different scope functions, basically you will have different kind of object reference, either this or it. Okay, I'll show it in the example, but for now just understand that this is a special function whose whole purpose is to execute a block of code on top of some object. Okay, and inside this curly braces you are basically creating a temporary scope inside which you will be having access to this object via this keyword this and it, and along with that you can execute any number of instructions inside this block. Okay, and after executing this block of code you can either return the object itself or you will be returning the result of this lambda expression. Okay, so that's about what are scope functions. This will become more clear once I show you some examples, so let's wait for some time. Before that, let's talk about the different types of scope functions we have. So currently we have 5 different scope functions available in Kotlin: let, apply, also, with, run. Okay, the primary difference between these scope functions are the way we are going to access this object inside this block, which could be either by using this keyword or by it keyword, and the other one is the return type. Either it will return the object itself or the result of the lambda expression. So that's the primary difference, and then we will see the different use cases under which we are going to use this scope functions. Okay, so I hope this part is clear. Now we'll move to the coding part.